going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay, I thought he said Monday.
Like mundane Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the home of the Cavaliers, Quicken Loans Arena, as we are in Cleveland, Ohio. And, of course, Hassan Whiteside trying to find a way to overcome what he brought to this team.
Well, to say the deal changes the look and feel of this franchise is stating the obvious. I mean, they are a vastly different team than they were a few days ago, obviously looking long-term rather than the short term.
Exactly. I mean, trading away a player with his talents is clearly a big picture deal. I mean, you have to balance fit and talent as well as upside, and then throw in the financial consideration. So this is more than just about the player.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Lakers right now, Paul George is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Coburn. Then there's Embiid, and it's Russell in at the one spot. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Los Angeles on D. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And the fact they still had a chance to win that game, I find to be somewhat amazing, because it was clearly an off night for most of their guys.
Yeah, despite that, it was close enough that they didn't need a perfect game from everybody. A hot hand or a bounce here or there might have gotten them over the hump.
Here's Russell. We saw him with 10 points last game.
Get through.
He dishes it to George. Bryant is doubled. Outside Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid kicks to Russell. The Cavaliers pull it in. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that one got away from them, because for long stretches they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Love against Gordon. Love kicks to Irving. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's Love missing. Cleveland on defense. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. To the inside. Stolen by Varejao. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Lakers on offense. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. Obviously, he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers, and no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Here's Irving after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Picked by Varejao. Passes it to James. Jumper off the screen, and he nails the jumper.
Then he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here is Russell. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. George double-teamed. Here's Embiid. And that one's good.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Irving kicks to Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he's good on the second. Here's Russell. There's a screen. George dishes to Gordon. Lakers passing it around. 5 on the clock. Here's Embiid. That one wide left.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. Outside Irving. Love wide open. He fires. Another miss by Love.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by LeBron.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. For the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Anderson Varejao. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Iman Shumpert. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Irving. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Gordon with the screen for Russell. Love against George. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
A different look now for Cleveland. Alex Len's checked in for Love. J.K. Simpson comes in for James. And it's Ish Smith in for Irving. Len sets a screen for Smith. And Embiid with the block. Lakers leading by 4. Russell with it. Feeds it to Embiid. Now the dish to Gordon. Pass to Bryant. And it's Lin with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Len. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ilyasova is checked in. Now, here is Russell. He has 5. To the middle. George passes to Embiid. And George kicks to Russell. Stolen by Len. Now Cleveland moving it up. Len with the ball. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Udo's checked in for Los Angeles. 1:56 left to play in the first. Russell kicks to Kobe. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Thompson, a screen on Russell. Smith kicks to Sampson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now, here's George. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really was. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Tries again, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here is Lin after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Lin dishes to Len. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Dishes to Russell. Fires from deep. Len grabs the board. Here's Len. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful. Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin,